This man escapes from prison to kill his brother for frauding innocent people, and putting a bounty on his head to be killed. The movie starts with a prisoner called Kane. He is taken to see his mother when he realizes that she had died. He gets into the elevator with the police officers and it closes. The elevator opens and we see the policemen lying on the ground. Kane goes to a pub and the guards refuse to let him in. He hits one's neck and knocks out the other. He gets inside and a female called Bez gives him a drink. He overhears a man named Toon talking about how he chased off a guy that attacked his friend. Kane laughs and says that Toon was telling lies. He says that a man cut off Toon's friend's hand off with an axe. Toon run off after seeing the situation. The two guards come Kane and he utterly beats them up. He puts a package on the table and asks Toon to pick it up. Toon opens it. When it turns out to be the cut-off hand of Toon's friend. Hyde, the second boss, comes out of the washroom. He recognizes Kane as their boss's younger brother who went to jail. One of the guards attacks him and he shoots his leg with the shotgun in his hands. Kane makes Hyde call his elder brother and makes them take a seat. He tells his story about when he went to his brother for money. His brother named Lincoln gave him an illegal job to do before getting the money. The job did not go well when he is sent to prison. He meets some huge guy named Lump. Lump attacks Kane and Kane fights back. Kane is seen beating Lump on the ground when someone comes to stab him. He fights off Lump's guys but is pinned down on the stairs. His teeth is placed on the stairs and the back of his head is stepped on, leading to a concussion. His teeth is fixed in the doctor's place. He goes to his mom who had come to see him and realizes that his brother, of which he had done the illegal job for, had abandoned him. He is attacked again when an inmate cuts his face with a knife. He defends himself and also beats them up. Kane, who was the victim, was rather given 2 more years to his sentence. That was when he knew he had to take care of himself. He starts to train hard and a fight breaks out again. He is attacked by Stretch, a tattooed guy. He manages to hit Stretch away when his friend comes. Kane disarms his attacker and beats him to the ground. Stretch comes in again and attacks. With Kane's skill he stood no chance and was beaten to a pulp. Kane asked why he did that and Stretch says that Lincoln had placed a bounty of £20,000 on him. This angers Kane as the guards took him away. Kane is seen in a cafeteria. He uses his tray to beat up the guys trying to kill him. He fights 3 guys at the same time. He struggles a bit but manages to defeat them. 2 more guys come and Kane beats them, destroying the testicles of one. A dark-skinned man pours a hot liquid of Kane's face. An angered Kane beats the man and smashes his head in the sink. Kane is given 1 more year to his sentence. He trains in his cell whilst waiting for the next fight. He fights off a gang in the prison. He is stabbed and another person attacks Kane. Kane hit the attacker and breaks his teeth using the metal bar. He is seen fighting with the guards when he is knocked out cold. His mom comes to see him. He tries to tell her about Lincoln's business when her mom says that she had cancer. She says that Lincoln had been taking care of her and she is happy. Kane didn't want to break his mom's heart by telling her what Lincoln does and kept it to himself. He got the opportunity to see his mother when she died. He used that as an advantage and beat up the policemen guarding him. He changes his clothes and boards a bus to the bar. In the present day, Hyde gets annoyed of Kane's stories and starts shouting. Kane makes Hyde kneel on the ground and he threatens to blow up his head if he doesn't keep quiet. Hyde says that he never did anything to Kane and Kane starts narrating the job that was given to him. Kane was to steal a package from a female named Mary. He takes the package but Mary keeps on following him. A car hits Mary and she dies. Kane, being innocent and shocked, was startled and the police pins him down. He meets a detective named Hara and his assistant named Evans. Hara tells Kane to tell him about Lincoln's business and he would let him go free. Kane refuses to snitch on his brother and Evans takes him to a different room. Evans hits Kane with a heavy punch. Kane gets up and fights back using his legs. Evans continuously throws heavy punches and Kane is seen helpless. In the present day, Lincoln talks to Kane as a brother when Kane doesn't buy that. He tells Lincoln to join the others and asks him why he put a bounty on his head. Lincoln says that he had an inside man who told him that Kane was going to snitch on him. It turns out that Evans made up a story to get money from Lincoln. Lincoln decides to call Evans but it doesn't go through. Kane says that he went to meet Evans, who is now working as a manager in a local pub. Evans attacks Kane and we see Kane on the defensive. Evans slams Kane on the tables, breaking it. Kane starts to fight back and hits Evans with kicks. Evans takes an axe and uses it. The axe is taken by Kane and is used to hit Evans. Kane uses the axe to hit Evans' head, killing him in the process. Kane goes to Lincoln's accountant named Stokes and threatens him to split Lincoln's money among his victims. Back to the present, Hyde starts talking trash to Kane when Kane blasts his head off by shooting him. They attack him and Kane uses his last bullet. The others throw bottles at him when Bez throws weapons to them. They come at him and he uses them as shields to protect himself from the weapons. He beats them up and takes a stick. He uses the stick to hit someone into the ear and on the table. The stick breaks whilst he uses it to hit another's head. He uses his punches to fight back. He is able to punch 2 people at the same time. Toon shoots and one of his mates takes the bullet. Kane takes the gun and shoots some of them until the bullet gets finished. He uses his metallic teeth to tear the flesh of one of the guards, killing him. He uses a knife to stab another guy in the throat, causing him to bleed to death. A big guy swings a broken bottle. Kane uses it to stab his neck, finishing him off. Lincoln's minions are all dead when it's left with Lincoln. He points a gun at Kane and shoots. Kane laughs as the gun doesn't go off. He says that his gun was already empty when he took his last shot. Lincoln attacks Kane with a knife. Kane uses the knife to stab his brother, killing him. Kane leaves the bar and goes to sit outside. We see the victims of Lincoln calling the detective and telling him they had received money from an unknown source, and the detective smiles, knowing this was Kane's doing. Kane smiles with the thought of helping such people have a better life, and the movie ends. Like and subscribe to watch the next video.